Thank you, Kevin McLeod, for that lovely theme song.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
boy.
So what's going on?
Oh man, living the dream.
Living the dream?
I mean, I say that all day at work, and it's usually like facetious bullshit. But I mean it right now. I dreamt all day of not being at fucking work,
Yeah.
and now I'm not at work. So how's Ian doing?
Pretty good. Um we were just scrambling to get the show finalized and stuff here.
Right. It's
Um
it's a different process currently, so
oh yeah.
more plates to juggle and whatnot.
Well, it's just like I'm using like multiple programs to get this shit to work, I'm using the voice meter for all the inputs and outputs. I'm using Winamp just to be able to play the sound effects and drops and shit. And then you have OBS and Discord. The Discord for the chat and OBS for recording and streaming everything. It's like a
And,
whole
and,
concert of, like, or orchestra of different instruments.
and you're afraid you're going to be talking for an hour and then be like, oh shit, we're not live.
No, I did see the thing said it's live now on the YouTube page. Uh,
Right.
but yeah, we were kind of freaking out at the end of, or at least I was at the end of the show last week because the shit was only saying it was 41 minutes long or something.
20
But
minutes long or some shit.
yeah, but it just ended up needing to be processed for longer, and because I noticed it did say like something out over 2 hours or whatever for the actual duration, but when you went to click and play it, it just said, like, the start was 0 and then the end was 41 minutes or whatever, like you were saying. So it's like, oh, that's kind of weird. We have two different durations here being told to me.
Right.
So
It's
yeah,
like you,
you just had
you
to be
what you can
patient.
see now versus what totally is supposed to be there.
Yeah.
So
Um. Well, it's just crazy, but I'm sure it takes a little bit to process too because we switched. We were on 720p on just the Hangout, so I guess that was a limitation. And then we with this we're able to do as big as you want. Like I just chose the 1080p, but I'm not sure if my internet could handle the 4K streaming.
yeah, yeah.
We're not gonna press our luck, right?
No, walk before you fucking run.
Yeah. Well, I looked back on the newest of Jay's and Jerry's tech talks, and yeah, those were all just 1080p. So
I mean, the thing with streaming and with putting stuff on YouTube is apparently if you want more people to watch you, you don't need high, you know, resolution because a lot of people have shitty computers.
right,
And when I'm at work, I bump shit down to 480 just because it looks like 720, but it's faster.
yeah. Well, on a
Because
little
at
screen,
like lunch, I'm on my tablet and it's only 7 inches anyway. So, ladies,
7 inches long or around.
around, yes, yes. So, what's been going on with Ian?
Not much. I'm supposed to have a date on Sunday.
Ooh, what's his name?
it, it's a it's a five something.
Ah, I'm handsome.
uh, no, it's a girl that I met on a dating site just last week.
Oh, oh,
Yeah.
farmers only.
No. I it was the one that I really didn't have much faith in. It was OK Cupid because it seemed like that site there wasn't too much traffic on because it's like at least compared to other ones like Plenty of Fish on there it just seemed like nobody was even there to talk like on their profiles anymore because it's like I'd or like I don't even know. It was weird because people would like they would like my profile and then I'd say hi and then you just don't get a response or something. You know,
That's weird.
people are awkward on there or something.
Yeah. I just remember eHarmony was like, we'd rather match you up with no one than the wrong person. And I'm like, nah. Come on, dude. I ain't gonna marry the first one. I mean, I did, but
Yeah. Well,
anyway.
it worked out for you, man. You said it was the best $25 you ever spent,
Yeah. $20.
or $20, even
I
better.
think. I don't know. Yeah, in a couple months in November, it'll be me and my wife's 9-year anniversary
Oh,
since we got married.
right.
I said, hey, baby, next year is 10. She's like, just make it through 9 first, Franklin. So,
Yeah. The only other thing I've been up to was I am working more on I'm refining this intro animation that I was doing for my vlogs. Um, it was I ended up making it more complicated of a process where what I was doing was I had all these different random like pictures of like uh equations and code and
mm-hmm,
like different like graphs and stuff, just like random like kind of like techie type of stuff on top of
mm-hmm,
like the RGB shit back, like the waves or whatever I have like on my logo there for the show. So,
mm-hmm.
um, and
Mm,
it was just crazy because I'm having all these different things like animating, like fading out, fading in, and
mm.
uh, the I noticed when I was going in my task manager to see what my processes were, I noticed that because I've been doing this in After Effects, and the After Effects file was I I think my RAM usage was up to 26 gigs. I think
Out of how many?
uh 32 out of this
Mm.
system. I like I said, I haven't gotten uh my newer computer build done. I'm still on the FX build. I'm
Oh,
doing all this on the FX build, which is crazy.
wow.
Yeah, I mean,
It's running very well then.
yeah, I mean, I must hit the silicone lottery because this thing has been really reliable for me.
Mine's a
You know?
server.
Yeah.
I don't plan on doing anything else with it.
Well, that's what I'm planning on mainly doing too, because I'm gonna here in the next week I'm gonna get that. I still want to get a new hard drive,
Uh,
storage
I
drive. You know?
right. I'm toying with ideas of like actually water cooling that thing, like with not an AIO.
What your new
Because
one?
yeah,
What's what's wrong?
I can't get XMP going, and that's technically an overclock, but not really. So like I I have 3200 RAM, and it's only running at like 20 something, and I mean it's stable, but I paid for more,
Yeah, you should be
and
able to overclock that shit if you wanted to. You should have a lot of
yeah.
headroom.
Oh no! I can't. When I put it at 4.0, it says nope. No, I can't. Like I said, I can't even. My XMP settings, I flip them on, I get that error code. I go back in the BIOS and turn this shit off. This works fine. I don't fucking know what the thing is, so I'm thinking about just buying a kit because you can buy an EK kit for water cooling,
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Duh.
but I'm I'm probably gonna do soft tubing because hard tubing for your
Soft.
first, yeah, hard tubing for your first run is fucking. Come on now, really?
Well, yeah. Did you did you hear though? Like, what? Did you watch that one video with Jay and Steve on there?
No, I saw the thumbnail, but I said, oh nah, I'm not gonna watch that.
Because I did a Intel versus AMD video just discussing and different comparisons. You
AMD.
know.
Uh huh.
Um, I guess he was saying he felt bad because of for some of the
Who's
early
he?
adopters of. I think it was Jay that was saying he felt bad for some of the early adopters of the Threadripper and stuff because he couldn't really. They had like no overclocking headroom or something. I guess.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You don't say.
I watched the because they did like three different videos. They did like a before video, and then like because they were doing some kind of like world. I don't know if it was like a world record thing or something, but they were trying to get on that list or whatever of like the how they were doing the rib GN and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were trying to do that like but they were just trying to get really high on the list, I guess, and they were they were trying to they were doing this in the same room now, going
Oh,
against each other.
trying to do, get up on the leaderboard.
Yeah, they did pretty good because I guess they both had like kingpin things now, and they had like all these kingpin, like the bare PCB boards, so that they could do whatever they wanted on the GPU, and they had a guy put all of them down, and they had to like randomly choose them, which because you have that silicon lottery.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I mean, they did
Right.
pretty good. They didn't get like the highest, I guess.
Hmm.
But
Gotcha.
yeah, I mean, I do think it's true that like I guess the earlier Ryzen or Threadripper, both of them, I think they didn't have like a whole lot of headroom for overclocking compared
Well,
to like the second gen and now the third gen coming out.
yeah, they progressively make improvements and stuff, and you can use the same motherboard, but like the newer ones have better, VRM cooling and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yep. Yep.
But
Yep. Yep.
I mean, I'm gonna probably eventually I'd like to go with the new gen because then I'll have a PCIe 4.0, which would be nice,
Very nice.
very nice.
Yep. So,
But
what about you? Anything else going on? Just working for the man?
every night and day, just a butt ton of work. Um, not really a whole lot going on. It just for those who don't know where we are, we're both in Ohio, different cities, and right now, if you look at weather.com, it says Ohio is the devil's nutsack. So
Oh yeah, I felt like as soon as I opened up the door, it felt like I was getting like the hot air coming from his balls, like
yeah,
from his crotch.
yeah. So I was going to mow the grass first yesterday because I didn't want to do it today. It started raining when I got halfway home, and then I said, "Well, I guess I'll do it today." And I get in my car, and on the way home, it says it's 99 degrees. And I told my
Oh
wife,
my
I said, "Yeah, I
god.
think I'm gonna mow the grass when I get home." She's like, "Are you fucking crazy?" And I go, "What?" And she's like, "Do it tomorrow morning." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Hey, when your wife tells you not to do a chore, you listen, right?
I mean, I didn't want to not do it. Doesn't sound convincing.
Sure.
But yeah, it's one of those things, you know.
Yeah. You get to
Oh,
you get to get your little nugget of gaming in there.
yeah, I squeezed a little bit in before you called,
Yeah.
but I might do some more later tonight. I don't know. I just gotta not stay up till ass crack of dawn. So we'll see.
We'll see. Um.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should make it a scene even for doing soda talk and stuff too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Be like, hey, soda talk time. Have like a little animation or something.
Yeah. Have like a transition.
Yeah. Yeah. All of these
So
will come in over time, so we'll probably see the effects and all that shit grow over
or,
time on the show.
or not. We'll just be lazy. We'll not do it. Okay. Speaking of soda talk.
Sody talk. Sody pop.
Yeah.
There's my. There we go.
I don't give a fuck.
Oh shit.
Soda Talk with Frank and Ian.
Sound pretty similar.
So, what you drinking on, Ian?
Well, currently I'm almost done with this can of BB Mountain Dew here, Baja Blast. And then I got one of these, I think this is oh, this is coconut pineapple ice.
Ugh.
Not a big fan of coconut?
That just sounds horrible.
I mean, I don't mind the taste of it. I just don't like, I hate actually, like, eating it. Like, like the texture, like if you have it on, like, a cake or something.
See, I like snowballs. So, I don't mind the texture. It's just the flavor can be like if you're not expecting it, it can be good or bad. Like if you go to Sonic and get an ocean water, it's got an aftertaste of coconut.
Yeah, that's true.
But what else you got?
I just got some, well, I got some Sprite. I don't even know if I'll get, I don't even know which one I'll choose second because, like, on our last show, I was drinking that berry, this is just Sprite, by the way. I was just drinking that berry Dr. Pepper, and I barely even, I didn't even get that through that yet, and I still had, like, 2 other drinks, so.
Yeah.
It's not like I downed this shit, all this shit, and
Chug, 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 chug.
just shotgun it. Were you ever good
Yeah.
at shotgunning?
Nah,
No.
no. I want to just drink it like a normal human being.
Uh, Even when you were like doing alcohol and stuff,
No, I
you were
was
drinking.
trying to. I was just drinking it. You get. Yeah, I would try to enjoy it a little bit.
Mm.
So what I'm drinking on,
Yeah. What are you drinking on? You got anything new?
yes,
Okay.
I went to Speedway recently, and they had a sign, exclusive Mountain Dew flavor, and I go, what?
Wait, what?
Yeah, Cyclone. And I'm like, I wonder what that is. So I googled the shit. They listed as a fruit punch.
Huh.
But then I read that like the list of ingredients and reviews say it's fairly similar to Sangria Blast. Yeah, 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 yeah. So I miss Sangria Blast, so this really helps.
Is that only in the machine there or whatever.
Yeah, they're fountain.
Yeah, in the fountain they don't have any
Nope.
cans or bottles there.
Nope. 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 Nope.
Well, I'm sure that's probably a lot easier to give to different distributors, so you don't have to make like a whole line of it, you know.
Right. And then I got, well, I guess it took the place of Pitch Black, apparently, which is, oh darn. And then I got a
Pitch Black.
couple cans of ice on backup, and then water when I go, this is stupid. I need something else in my body.
Yeah.
Like when I got that Little Caesar's pizza and I drank a 2-liter, and right at the end of it, I realized this was a mistake. My wife said, didn't you buy it? Didn't you get a 2-liter? I go, yeah. She goes, what happened to it? I go, I drank it. That night? I go, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so there's that. Well, we're moving on to video of the week.
Video of the week. Yeah, sure. Sure.
It's a hide and seek. It's the video of the week.
Alright, hold on. Give me just a second here. Got the window open. I gotta make sure I screen share correctly.
Yeah.
Don't want to screen share porn.
You don't?
Well, I mean, you know. Okay, am I screen sharing?
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's Linus Sebastian. Let me see. Does it look better if I do this? He said as nothing happened. Hold on.
Yeah.
Nah, it's the same shit.
Uh,
See? I'm not reading the comments or nothing anyway. I can scrub. Okay, so what's going on in this video?
this video, he's really asked the question of and try to test out if having like a really good camera matters as far as photography goes, because
Oh,
you know he tries comparing like a really professional DSLR to like a just using a phone.
the guy in the background not wearing pants. I know what they're filming. You know what they're filming?
Yeah, he's doing like a weird photo shoot. they have these guys do some weird ass shit for this, man.
Well, you apparently aren't privy to this. Hold on. Hold, please. Yeah, hold on. I saw this on Twitter. And, come on, really? Okay.
Dude, really?
Oh, I can customize Twitter. Yeah, lights out. Okay. Where the hell's search? Oh. There we go. Yeah, you don't follow Twitter, do you?
Nah. I had a Twitter account and then I just got rid of it because I really didn't use it.
Alright, hold on.
Just decided to focus on Facebook. It was like the only thing I kept.
I have two. One for when I don't want people to know it's me, and then one that's just me.
I saw what a lot of kids do, I think.
Oh, so I'm a child to you?
Yep.
Shut up. So Linus Tech Tips boxer briefs. He's like, they're finally here. 10,000 likes, and the next pic is me wearing them. And he only got, well, it says here 15.8K likes. When I saw it, it was like 9,000 or something. So, guess what followed that?
What?
Just take a guess. Whoops. It went all the way out. Damn it. Let me go back to his page. So, he said after 10,000 likes, the next picture would be him wearing them. So, they're doing the photo shoot. All the guys ended up wearing the fucking things.
What?
And, like, they link the, in the, like, the replies, they link the merchandise page, and they're $50 for a 3-pack. And all the guys are like models.
Right.
I'm like, oh, I didn't need to see that.
Yeah.
So, but back to this video.
I guess it just goes to show you when you watch the YouTube video, that's not. You gotta, if you want the whole story, you gotta follow social media too.
Yeah, they don't just put it in one source.
Hold on here.
So,
For years.
oh, that was loud.
I'm trying to. I was clicking on the actual video so I could. I'm trying to figure out what the phone was that he was using. I think it was an S10. I think.
Hold it.
So he was basically comparing a DSLR to a S10 phone. What he was doing is Linus. He knows nothing about photography, so Linus was using the professional DSLR camera, and then he had like a professional photographer use the just the phone. And they were trying to see if you have some really good camera gear, if that really matters, or if it's just your raw talent is if raw talent you could take a really good picture with just a phone camera, I guess. They have a similar series on Digital Rev. That's a YouTube channel where they do like pro photographer cheap camera. And they try to see what they give him like different challenges and see what kind of pictures he can still take,
I mean, even like the bad cameras are still aight.
Yeah. And this is like top of the line cameras and stuff. I think it was either like an S10 or like the OnePlus or whatever. Or
Yeah, the OnePlus, like the way that I understand it, because this is my first OnePlus device.
yeah,
My understanding of it is that they've just had an okay camera, but it's never been the reason to get one. And now the camera's not bad, and I really like, compared to my first gen Pixel, this camera takes better pictures, better like actual zoom without being all pixelated and crappy. And then like I had to carry, I still carry a microfiber cloth in my pocket right now to clean off my glasses. Originally, I just carried it to clean off my lens to take pictures. And since I've switched to my new phone, I've never had to use it once. I just whip it out and the picture is great. And like I use the gestures to open the camera like app straight out of my pocket. And I took like 50 pictures at a car show recently, and only like 2 of them were blurry. So it's pretty good and responsive. So I mean,
but by the way, I was wrong. It was a Pixel 3.
oh, I mean the Pixel supposedly had the best camera up until like the like you said, like you were saying, the Samsung camera are supposed to be good. Everyone's getting like more lenses, more camera.
Yeah.
Give you options.
Yeah, that's what a DSLR really does. It gives you options, but like as far as being able to, like if you want to zoom in really far, you could get like a telephoto, or if you want to do a fisheye, you can get a fisheye lens.
A motherfucking fisheye lens. And like a lot of guys on YouTube, buy lenses that you just clip onto your iPhone and you get cinematic video.
Yeah. The thing with that though is that's just using optics that go over top of the existing lens, whereas with the DSLR that actually changes the actual optics of the camera. Then it actually changes the original lens, and it just gives overall better quality. It's kind of like when like with it's basically like audio files. These people are basically audio files, but with like with a camera. As far as people that are like professional photographers and stuff that use
I know you're
professional
saying
DSLRs,
it's
the
not
same
apples
thing.
to apples.
Right.
Um, but like I mean, for what it is, it'll get you there. Like I've been watching a lot of videos from this guy, which is funny because he actually doesn't have too many videos. But he takes this shit like kind of seriously when he does put them out. Like he has pretty good production value, and he in this video he shoots like cinematic style footage with these lenses you just can clip onto your iPhone,
Yeah.
and it really makes it look good. Like I'm not sure if it was this video or I think it might have been a different one. He films everything like walking around, and it looks like a movie clip. There's lens flares and stuff, and it's just on a clip-on lens. I mean, if you had told me, years ago, all you need is, your damn phone, and you're set to be an internet star. Like I said, I Justine. She used to edit all her videos on her phone. She didn't even use the computer.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, like I guess my point was that people that want to go for that, they'll go that all these extremes just for a couple extra steps of quality, just like audiophiles do, and uh, I mean, you get the flexibility and stuff with DSLRs, but
Well, like
I
this. Okay, if you could see this, this was shot on a phone.
yeah.
And if you said if you use a gimbal and a lens, I mean, I I just imagine how silly you'd look though with a phone and a gimbal. But
Yeah.
another YouTuber I follow, he bought a fucking gimbal to go around with a damn GoPro, and I'm like, you're supposed to just strap it to your head,
Yeah.
which he does, but it looks like it's strapped to his head.
Yeah, could you imagine seeing somebody with all this professional rigs and mountings and stuff, and you just have like one of those little like pink Fisher Price cameras or something?
Yeah, go to grab it and it goes.
Yeah.
That was a commercial for like some cell phone provider a long time ago. They had this guy going for a job interview, and he's like riding the bus, and there's these like Muppet looking puppets falling around singing, "Yay, going to a job interview, yay!" And then he gets to the job interview, and he's on his phone. You can't really see the phone, and he shakes the hand of the guy he's going to do the interview with, and the interviewer looks down at his phone, and it looks like a squeaky toy, and he goes, and he goes to put it away, and it goes, here. They're like, get a grown-up phone.
Yeah. Another thing that a lot of professional photographers brag about with DSLRs that phones are actually, like the cameras on the phones and stuff are actually getting a lot better with being able to do is, have you heard of that thing called bokeh?
Called what?
Bokeh?
No.
It's basically like a deep focus where how like you have like a subject in the foreground that's nice and crisp and clear, and then the background is like you see like if it's like city lights or whatever, you see all the lights are just like out of focus and nice
Like a depth
pretty
of field.
twinkling circles. Yeah. Yeah. Usually with DSLRs you could get a lot better depth of field, whereas phones since
like
their
a
sensor is
HDR,
so
high
shallow.
dynamic range and all that.
Yeah. Yeah, since the phone it doesn't have like the distance from like because I was told like the distance from like the sensor to the lens and stuff is like pretty shallow. You can't
Mm.
really get that good of a depth of field. But I mean, a lot of the phones on cameras or cameras on the phones are getting a lot better with that. Like I took a couple pictures with my phone and you were able to get a nice blurry background. I
Right.
I was even messing around with that thing where you could do a live focus where you can adjust the background blur after you've taken the picture.
Mm-hmm. I do apologize. I had a Soda Talk related article, and I didn't think to put it in while we were doing Soda Talk.
Oh yeah, I did notice that in your
You
links
mind
in
if I
there.
throw it out?
Yeah, sure.
My apologies. Zoom enhance. No, I'm not going to sign up for your bullshit.
Oh,
No, I don't want to keep up with the latest news. Okay. Mountain Dew is releasing a spectacular mystery flavor called Voodoo for Halloween. Companies love interrupting current holidays by putting out the next holiday's products months in advance. Just walk around A. Michael's or Hobby Lobby right now and you'll find Halloween decorations. Now Mountain Dew has jumped on the early bandwagon and it's planned to release a spectacular mystery flavor called Voodoo. The Halloween-inspired drink will hit stores in August and will be available for a limited time. I will buy the shit out of that. Actually, I don't know what it'll taste like. It's white, but that doesn't mean a fucking thing. That's the thing about
yeah.
Mountain Dew. It's all so fake, you can't really tell.
Yeah. So we're gonna have this mystery thing. We got the cyclone, and then what was that other one that you tried from that other place?
Huh?
There was some kind of wasn't it like a was it a thunder or lightning or something?
Oh,
Mountain Dew?
Sweet Lightning. That's from KFC.
Oh yeah.
And they
So you
had
have
another
sweet
one.
lightning and then cyclone. You got like the
Yeah.
elements.
Well, when I was getting the Cyclone, in right after I got it, in the next machine over, where they got their slushy.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a slush or just a regular drink, but they had another Mountain Dew. It said Mountain Dew Berry Blast with lime flavor. I'm like, so it doesn't even have an actual cool name. It's just a Mountain Dew flavor. I'm like, is this supposed to be your knockoff Baja Blast? What the hell? So now I gotta get that next time. And they have a thing where you can get a thing like Sour Patch Kids ice cream and mix it up and make like a milkshake out of it. And I was like, what? I'm gonna have to try that.
What?
But you gotta like mix it yourself. And I saw that and I was like, intimidating. I don't know how to use this machine. I can barely work a fountain drink. So, anyway, this is an interesting video. I'm going to have to check it out sometime. I haven't seen a lot of Linus videos because he's mostly been like, we spent a lot of money on a red camera and we tore it apart. Like I
Yeah.
sat and watched. I spent 15 minutes watching him bitch about the mags. Like, why is everyone talking about him now? And he talked about him 2-3 years ago. And I'm like, oh yeah, he did.
Well, he was taking the hard drives apart, and he was basically saying they're overpriced for just something that
Yeah,
you can get
'cause-
normally.
Well, yes, they are just standard hard drives, and they're not even the good ones. But the thing is, his problem was they say that they've done all these hours, millions of hours of exhaustive R&D, and they use their own this and that, and no, they don't. I mean, they slap their name on it and call it theirs, sure, but watch the video, people, if you want an in-depth analysis about it.
Yeah.
But would you like to
Right.
see my video of the week, sir?
Well, I was just gonna say a couple more points about this video was
Mm-hmm.
we were talking about like the rigs and stuff. They were not using like any kind of like they should have been able to use rigs for this because the guy was just holding the phone like this. He was for one of the challenges he was having to chase a guy, like get a good shot of a guy running in like a track field or whatever.
So you're saying like a gimbal would have helped?
Yeah, a gimbal would have helped.
Well-
Just the cell phone, and then the Linus was just holding a DSLR like that. I mean,
Well, the phone, those come with a image stabilization software, though, don't they?
Yeah, it has some basic things, but like, because
Come
I
on
noticed
now,
that
that's a
guy.
feature. That's
I
something they
noticed.
slap on there.
I noticed the guy was having a hard time, like even trying to hold the phones during some of the photo shoots. They had him hanging out the card. They had Linus driving while the other guy was trying to get a shot of a guy standing still while they were driving by, and it would have just helped both of them. I'm not saying that just give the guy with the phone that. I was saying it would have been beneficial for both of them. But it was kind of like a lot. I noticed they did similar like tests with like MythBusters and stuff, where they would just have like Adam and Jamie for MythBusters just trying to test it. I felt like in general you should have people that are like way better, than yourself testing something like that. Maybe you should have had off both professionals testing out the DSLR and the phone. I don't know, but
Yeah, their show, their rules.
yeah, I guess so. But
What are they gonna do? Fire Linus?
right, I'm just saying because I guess I was saying that because they are. It was the result. Basically, Linus won. Just for spoiler alert, he actually did win, but it was. I guess it was saying more about like what they were able to do. Like, it wasn't so much about the actual equipment. It was like if they were able to, because they had like a time limit and stuff, and they were both fumbling around. It was more of like what they could actually get done, because it could have still been good equipment, but it could have still been user error.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know. But anyways, yeah. What's yours about? Is yours the Linus one too, or
No.
okay? Yeah, who's this guy?
No, mine is from Tech Yes City. Have you ever seen him?
No.
He's he's an interesting fellow. He's pretty knowledgeable about computers. He does a lot of stuff with either like not the highest grade, but like the second highest because it's going to be on discount and that's what people are going to buy, or buying used gear and making it work. And I mean, like, he took some kind of computer he was working on. He couldn't find a cooler bracket to work for that CPU, so he used I think a VESA mount.
Oh, really?
Yeah, off of something and like jerry rigged it to work.
Jerry rigged.
Oh yeah, he does all kinds of crazy shit, and he's kind of a cross between like I want to say Gamers Nexus and that what is that guy's name? Random HD Gaming or Random Gaming HD, the guy who reviews like the first gen i3s and shit, and he's like, what's it like to video game on a $2.50 card? Well, here it is. Does it play Crisis? No.
Oh.
But this guy, like, the point of the video this week, I saw the headline and DDR4 RAM prices could soar very soon. Here's why.
Mm.
And yeah, so we ran. I think he shows a graph at one point where it's like it's just been up, down, up, down, up, down. If you've been following, yeah, here it is. If you've been following DDR4 prices, they're just all over the damn place.
Yeah,
And
the hardware market is pretty volatile.
well, he's discussing about why it went up and down, and we know it was because of the thing was SK Hynix and just the RAM chips in general.
I thought
Wasn't
it because of price fixing between the
yeah
manufacturers?
And well, now the deal is Japan and South Korea are not getting along right now, and that's a problem because that part of the world is where all this shit is. So when they change prices to retaliate against each other, the problem is for the consumer.
Yeah, we
So,
suffer.
huh?
We have to suffer, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, when the president gets in a fight with Mexico, great, now I can't get any fucking avocados. I almost,
Guacamole.
there's a story on NPR I wanted to listen to of, there people are making guacamole with zucchini instead of avocado. And they're like, it's pretty good. It even oxidizes and turns kind of brown. And I go, but I wanted to hear about it, so I missed that part. I just kept hearing the little coming up. We're going to talk about it, and then I missed it. But this is just a sit down him talking kind of video, and I heard it, and I'm like, boy, he's making a good argument. And I said, boy, I hope he's not right, because I already have 32 gigs in my system. I'd like to get, another 32, right?
32 gigabytes, yep.
Yeah, 32 gigabytes. And I don't want to pay too much.
Yeah,
So,
I got 32 and then the other computer is 64, so I mean,
well,
thankfully we're set. We don't have to worry about that now.
well, why is that, Ian?
Well, we don't need any more RAM anytime soon.
Well, I don't need it. I don't need nothing. But it's all a matter of want.
Well, I forget.
see.
Did you populate all your
No.
slots, or do you?
No.
So you can still get more if you wanted.
Yeah, I out of my 8, I only populated 4.
Oh, okay.
Well, like a couple weeks ago, the shit was down to $180 for the sticks I bought. I paid $190 for them, or whatever. Now they're up to $210.
Mm.
I don't have this. I don't have that drop. Do you?
Oh, what the?
Yeah, that. So, I mean, it wasn't even two. It was like 205 this morning, so it's gone up even since. God damn it!
Damn it.
And I looked on eBay and everything, and after shipping, it's more than it would be just to buy it on Newegg. So I don't want the guy to be right, but it looks like he is. So, fuck. Anyway.
That sucks, man. I mean,
Yeah, well, it's especially going to get higher with the El Retardando Capitan. Oh, let's make everything from China cost more, because that's what you do. That way we get our money back from China. No, you don't. You get your money back from the stupid Americans. Stupid. Anyway, you want to do some stations now, because this is depressing.
Yeah. Hell, don't worry, we got some more uppy Upperton stories.
I don't need your Downy Downertons, goddammit. Hit me with the theme song.
Can I take theme song out of that and just hit you?
Nah.
Man your battle stations. Man your battle stations.
Station.
Right. What happened?
What's wrong?
It like cut out.
Oh no, it was fine on my end.
Okay, cut out in the middle for mine. That's weird. Anyway, so what's your theme this week, Mr. Ian?
I don't know.
Yeah?
It's
Your theme is
Yeah, it's
My name is
I don't know. I think we're probably just gonna be getting rid of themes here for battle stations because it's like we both kind of stopped doing that, you know.
It's so hard because there's so many. It's hard to pick like 3 in a row and actually go, well, these all. Yeah, fuck it. I like them all. They're good.
Yeah, I mean, if we decide to do a theme, it's just voluntary, you know.
Or accidental. You go, hey, these all have this. Yeah, I meant that. Yeah. So this guy, I mean,
This guy here.
yeah. Did you
This
go
fucking
with
guy.
him? Right. Did you go with him because he's got that Corsair case?
No, I didn't even know it was a Corsair case. I just saw like it was like a whole fire kind of theme here, red and shit.
Fire, fire.
Fire.
Well, those are leaves on the wallpaper.
Well, like I'm in a color theme, and I didn't even notice that
Oh.
was the. I thought it actually was fire, but then, yeah,
Fire,
didn't take a close look.
Nah, I see leaves of red. I mean, black and red gamer setup has got to be like the easiest thing. My keyboard, before the app launches and loads the profile onto it, it defaults to black and red. So, but yeah, he's got Corsair RAM, Corsair case because the power supply shroud there. Well, actually, now that I look at it, that might be a cutout just for the power supply. I can't tell. Now I gotta read. Damn it, I'm gonna learn to read.
We encourage that on the show.
Yeah, but not live on the air. It's not the most exhilarating, hold while I read here. Oh yeah, it is a Corsair 570 crystal X crystal red. So
Yeah. What do you think about those cases of that? Because, like, with the NZXT cases or whatever, because a guy said he doesn't like the one with where it has the proprietary fans in it or whatever. He likes to be able to. He chose a case instead that where you can add in your own kind of fans instead. Because some of them came with like their own RGB fans or whatever built into the case, or that came with it,
well, I
They
mean,
had like their own proprietary hub included, and
yeah, I mean, if you're buying an RGB case, then you're trying to save yourself a little bit of scratch with the system. Like my setup, like they didn't have the RGB S2 until right after I built my rig, and I'm still kind of glad I didn't go that route because the fans aren't, I don't care. I don't know why he doesn't. Excuse me. I don't know. I think he needs more like ambient light in that case because yeah, the lights are red, but then everything else is kind of dark.
yeah. I mean,
Doesn't his motherboard even have any LEDs on it?
I don't know. I don't see any on there.
Right.
It's kind of you should have. You see, if you don't have any like components that are RGB, those LED strips does wonders at least, in the fans.
Well, I mean, he has RGB components, but the board itself doesn't have any, so you just see a black background. He's got the red and black cables, so it's a theme. But excuse me, he matches it. It's everything's red and black, or just straight black. The walls are fucking red. The desk is fucking black. So, I mean, I just don't like. I think is that a Bose speaker back there? What is that? Zooming enhancing. I can't really tell. But yeah, Alienware monitor is pretty good. I can't tell what the other ones are, and I'm not gonna read because I don't care.
I like the color theme though.
Yeah, I like that. He came in. I'm saying he, but I don't know. They said, yeah, I'm gonna just do fucking red and black and suck my dick. Because the case even has black with red accents, which is what lighting's doing. So it really does nice. Now this other setup here, this motherfucker here,
Yeah.
this fucking weeb.
It's got a lot going on here in this one.
Yeah, buddy. So he's got a PlayStation with a PlayStation controller there. He's got a laptop. He's got a little shitty secondary monitor for the laptop. He's got that big Corsair RGB thing right there to the right. Omega gaming chair. Secret lab, whatever. Got the wall scrolls with his waifus on it. And the Nanoleaf Aurora. I mean, you know, for, what is that, glass desk? Pretty decent job cable management. There's only one spot that, like, you can see there's any wires. I think, what is that? Just, like, cover? To make everything dark?
Yeah, I think so.
It really does a lot to cover everything up. Just, and, like, everything that is exposed on the walls has, like, a channel molding over top of it.
Yeah.
So there's just one little corner that, you know, he probably figured, well, I can't do anything with this, or maybe he ran out of the material. I keep saying he is. Could be a woman. I don't know. RGB speakers right there. RGB headphones. Lots of shit going on. Still nice, though.
Yeah.
I'd rock it.
You never know. It could be a he, but he did it for her. You know, like he did all the hard work and then gave it to her.
Okay, this one's confusing me. So
This one for me was like, kablam, man. This
so
one
did they just?
I felt like was like the craziest.
Well, they pretty much have my monitor layout, except I have a large monitor on top.
Yeah.
I've never seen an NZXT with a Steam logo on the. That's the aftermarket cooler for GPUs. But is that a screen in the middle of the case there?
I think so.
But now my question is that secondary system, is that just for like streaming or?
Yeah, that's what I. Well, two questions is what is the second computer for, and how are they stacked on top of each other? Are they just literally put on top, or do they
Yeah,
have some
I
kind
think
of
it's a
shelving?
smaller case on top is what it is.
Huh. I
See?
mean, I guess that's okay, but I'd be scared about that, man.
Well, I mean, if you got a, you know, the case up at the bottom has like, if it doesn't vent out the top, and if
Yeah.
the fan could be pulling hot air, like the power supply fan could be pulling hot air from the bottom, but it depends on how, like, if this is a low power system, which it looks like it might be. I mean, look at the tiny little card on it.
Yeah.
I don't think he's worried too much. See, I keep going he. I don't know. Middle is for mom. PC top. Oh, so they're. Wow. Okay. So they have multiple monitors for different computers. Because someone said, "What monitors are the vertical ones?" Says middle is for bottom PC, top and sides are for top PC.
Hmm.
So, oh boy.
Oh boy.
Sir, can you please return your equipment? Our equipment? Thank you. Also, one is for gaming and the other for HTPC. Okay.
Mm.
I mean, I don't see the point. If you have a high enough power setup, you could do HTPC in the same rig. Unless your case is like mine and I don't have a lot of storage space. Like I think I can only hold 4, like 3.5 drive. So
Well, there's always mounting tape.
No, the bigger hard drives, like full size hard drives, not the 2.5.
Oh, I know.
I'm saying I don't
You get
have
more tape.
no, I don't. I physically don't have room.
Uh,
My side
Yeah.
panel will not close. I'm not saying I can't. Trust me, if I wanted to just put it in there, I'd find a way. But I
Well,
physically can't.
does yours like go vertically or something on the back? Because that's kind of like how mine is.
Hold, please. Find a good picture. Round and round. Okay, this is pretty much how my case is set up on the back. Those 3 boxes on the left are hard drive cages. And then there are 2 SSD mounts on the right.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I could try to cram, like technically you can put a 3.5-inch drive in front of the power supply. But if you're like me and you have cable extensions and regular cables, you crammed all that shit in that little cubby. So, yeah. You're gonna have a hard time.
Janky, you could always put it on top of that's because don't you have like a shroud or whatever, a PSU shroud?
Well, it's not that big. Like, hold on. Because, see, where this panel opens up, the radiator goes down. I had to take this plate out here on the right. See how just where it says fractal?
Yeah.
There's a plate right here. I had to take that out because where these fans are, my radiator goes down into there, and then the cables bunch up against it. And the power supply takes up this whole damn thing, so it's a pretty big power supply.
Right, but I'm not talking about in the shroud. I'm talking about above it, like more in front of the motherboard there or something.
No, because my fans and radiator are there, and when I go to an actual water cooling setup, that's where my reservoir is going to go. It's made for water cooling. Like, they don't act. If I bought the R6, you could put hard drives here. You could put like 10 of them here, but with the S2, they did away with them and made it for custom water cooling. So all you can clip here is a reservoir pump mount, and that's it.
Oh. How many do you have filled in there so far? You just have like your 10 terabyte for your games?
I got a 10 terabyte, my 3 terabyte, and then just some SSD. So I could put another, like I could switch to 3 for a 10, and then I could put a third drive at the bottom by the PSU, but then I'm kind of pressed for space for my cables. Because as it is now, everything bulges out in the middle and does not want to stay put.
Well, eventually, isn't that computer going to be turned into an NAS or whatever you're saying? I mean, what are you going to do with that?
No, I can put a different chip in, and I can put the 32 in or whatever. Just use the same motherboard.
Well, I mean, like even past then when we don't have it's not even Threadripper anymore.
Well, that'll be many generations later.
Yeah.
But I can't use this for a NAS. There's only room for 4 actual hard drives that aren't SSD based, and that's just even 16 terabyte drives. If you buy 4 of them, that's not enough.
Yeah.
not for me anyway. I have to use. I have just to copy what I have. I have to have 20 terabyte. Okay, I gotta be able to extend that. So, and I want redundancy, but I probably gotta settle.
Well, I was watching that video that they were. I think it was Jay was doing one. When I guess Jay and Jerry made up and they're like friends again or something.
They said they don't hate each other.
Yeah, and they were doing that, talking about that unraid or whatever.
Yeah,
I guess you got to pay for it.
yeah. They set Jerry set it up for him.
Yeah.
See, here's what my case would look like. Pretty much the kind of kit I want, like a reservoir on the right. But I don't want the radiator up top. I want the radiator on the front, which I think there might. I can't tell if they just have fans here or if there's a radiator because of the angle. But yeah, yeah. And I do. My case does support vertical GPUs, but I'd have to buy that. The ribbon cable is the only thing I'd have to buy.
Yeah.
But I just don't like them because then you cover up the motherboard. I have all those PCIe lanes, and I would clutter them up. That'd be stupid.
Yeah. But no, with that unraid though, I guess you can. It's not really a raid, so like the software actually distributes everything across the hard drive, so like you don't have to worry about like if one of the hard drives crash, you could still recover the data. I guess.
You guess.
I don't know how all that shit works.
Oh, you said shit.
Aw.
Yeah, see, there's that plate that I said comes out, and then, like I said, there's little clips for supporting a pump or a reservoir that came with the case. But as far as hard drive bays, no.
Yeah, like where those front fans are, that your radiator right now, you can't even put anything in front of that. That's like, it's really thick or whatever, huh?
Yeah, well, where those fans are, that's where my radiator is, and I have fans on the other side of that panel, and then I have fans behind the radiator. And you got to remember, my motherboard is an E148, so see how this motherboard here comes up to the grommet?
Yeah.
Mine comes up to where the cables are coming up to the grommet, so my cables literally come just out behind the motherboard.
Yeah,
Technically,
you should make it look like it's a giant case, you know.
Well, it is a long case, but not with an E8TX motherboard. E8TX is wider, so if you pull this up on PC Part Picker, it says that this case is not compatible with my motherboard. Which, yes, it technically isn't. If you pre-run your cables through the grommets and then put your motherboard in, you're gonna have a better time. I did not. Let me find a picture real quick of R6. No. It's on my eye. Okay.
That's what she said.
There he goes. Well, I mean, yeah, I gotta add a block on. Fuck off. See, this is a regular ATX size motherboard. Imagine another 2-3 inches to the right being the end of the motherboard.
Right.
I'm gonna be running, tight on space. Tight. But anyway,
I guess like Ghetto Raid would be putting the shit on outside on top of the case and then running extensions out into the case, you know.
well, back in the day, if you wanted some USB 3 ports, you'd have to buy a cable and run it to the back, so your front USB 3 ports would be able to plug into your I/O panel in the back. I've seen that
Yeah.
on like one of the guys. I can't remember who it was. Some tech tuber did a retro build. He's like, "Here's my setup from like 2009," and Jesus,
Right.
that's stupid,
Jesus Christ.
right?
I wonder if anybody's ever done like an external cage of like hard drives and then just had those routed all into the inside.
I don't know. I don't know.
Because I've seen people do that for like internal CD burners and stuff.
I'm trying to find this. There's a because I have the black theme on. No, it's just not loading. That's weird. This I guess I gotta go back to the page here. Okay. Zoom enhance. Oh, really? It takes me to the page anyway, even though I want just the picture to be. You suck. Damn you, interwebs. Okay, so like you got the fan layouts and all that. Like the manual is actually kind of like this too. They're like if you put the fans here or if you put the radiator here, like see you can have a radiator this big by this big, which really helps. Like EATX is this wide versus ATX is this wide. Your graphics card can only be a certain length, and your PSU can only be a certain length, and they're really handy and helpful. But because you know, if I want to go water cooling, well, I don't gotta go far. I can just read the manual and see what I can actually fit in there. And plus, I got a fan hub. I can just run a couple of the fans off there if I want to. If you want to. Anyway, so out of these 3 stations, we're getting off topic here.
We got really out OT, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the middle one's my favorite. How about you?
I don't know. Like I'm kind of undecided. Like I really like the middle one, but the last one was like kablah with the computers and the monitors. You know?
Well, everything's smaller and like the outer monitors.
Are those smaller monitors?
Than that? Well, I think he said they're only like 27 inches, and someone asked him what they were, and he doesn't even know. He said they were TV sets at the time. I mean, look at those bezels, though.
I mean, they don't look too bad.
What are you talking about? Look at the one on the left here.
Oh, that one, yeah.
I mean, they're all. I
the
think
middle one wasn't. He must be hiding those bezels on the middle one then.
Yeah, that's why the lights are off.
Yeah.
See, look at the middle one's even got big ass bezels.
Well, I meant the bottom middle one. It didn't look too bad, but
yeah, those bezels, though. So now,
yeah, I guess I would say the middle one. I didn't really look at it in depth. It was just like in my face when I chose them, you know.
But the left is a 27-inch Insignia TV, and the right is a super old Acer I picked up at Goodwill. Doesn't even have HDMI. So yeah, no. Nah, son, nah. This one for the win. That I'm assuming that looks like a laptop, but I think I don't know. Am I wrong? Because it's awful wide.
Is it thick?
Nah. Anyway. Anyway, dog.
By the way, we were trying to get Floyd on. I don't know what's going on with him. I guess he's playing a game or something.
It says he's playing Fishing Planet. I don't know if he didn't log out of it or what.
He never got back to you or?
Nah.
Huh.
Nah, man.
Missed that Darth Vapor, man.
He was asking about us. I figured he'd want to be on the show.
Yeah.
Dirty butthole. Anyway, all right.
Anyways.
Would you like to see my stations?
Yeah, sure. We'll take a gander at yours.
I'm not a doctor, but I'll look.
Yeah.
I'm not a gynecologist, but I'll take a peek. I do
This
not
is
have a theme
strictly for
either. I just
medical
picked.
purposes.
I picked ones I said, "Ooh, I like." So,
So of course it's a weeb.
well, I mean, come on now. But come on
This
now, can
one's
you hate
basic,
though?
bitch, with those monitors.
What? They're Dells.
They're Dell. What size are those?
Let's see. Oh, wait. Hold, hold on. I gotta see if this is video friendly. Fucking YouTube video got ads. Jesus, unskippable. Still going. Eh. Uninteresting. Uninteresting.
Disappoint.
Disappointed. Where the hell's actual info? So you got the sign off Amazon. Oh, Miss whatever. So it's.
Amazon.
Oh, hey, look, here you go. Treat yourself. But yeah. Apparently this is Miss P Kawaii. P Kawaii. I don't know. Let's see here. Uh, where the hell's the damn specs? Give me specs. Someone said weeb. Someone said please be a girl. I'm gonna go ahead and downvote that. How much does this cost? Nice setup. What monitors? No comment. I should probably search. There's a lot of wallpaper engine. Okay, hold on. Back to top. What is it? Alt F?
Control
No,
F to find something.
that's it. Control F. I don't use it enough to tell you.
That's what you said.
Apparently, everyone's asking what monitors they are, but no answer from OP. OP does not deliver. But yes, you have to admit that's clean. Come on now.
I
So
mean, it's clean, but the monitors aren't like anything special. It doesn't look like.
oh, I'm sorry. You like the old Insignia TV and the fucking old uh, Acer that doesn't even have HDMI. They have a good picture and they're good enough.
They're good enough. Well, I mean,
I mean,
you were going for more of like a basic one. You didn't want like a whole thing with like. I figured you want to get like all screens and stuff like crazy.
I enjoy the whole setup as a whole. Okay, I don't
Okay.
have to just have screens, Ian. I like being surrounded by crap I like.
I didn't know that. I thought You were all about the screens.
No, no, no. Screens are just part of it, dude. Just like how I like this is Battlestations. Not if I wanted just monitors, I'd go to a forum just about monitors. It's about entire setups and spaces.
Well, I mean, I guess you have done ones with just one monitor, I think, before.
Yeah, it's
Like
seldom.
one small one, even.
Now this one I went with because when I first glanced at it, it made it look as though literally like the monitors were like in a diagram, like that picture of the man evolving, and he's getting bigger and bigger as he's going up the evolutionary ladder. It's like small screen, medium screen. The tower looks like a fucking monitor. But then the tower also kind of matches the theme because if you look at each monitor, that yes, the resolution is different, the colors don't quite match. But if you look, the little motel door and then motel door, and then where the RAM sticks are, kind of emulates the vertical, lines here of the motel door and everything. So it's very similar. I'm pretty sure unintentionally they didn't mean to match the tower to the fucking picture like that, but
Well,
I feel it.
the only thing I would say is he maybe could have, instead of having the same background on each of those, he could have done something with like a stair step or something growing, you know?
I'm sure that the difference in height probably bothers them, so they probably try not to, do anything to make it that noticeable. But I mean, then the case at the bottom has got that drop down in the LED and where the window is, so that kind of also mirrors how it's low then high. They go high then low on that side, so you got a certain symmetry that's pleasing to my eye. The only thing that's not pleasing is that stupid glass sticker. Get that fucking thing off of there. You got your glass on there. You don't need a sticker saying warning, this is glass. You know what's on your fucking case, dude.
Yeah.
But that's just me. And then my final station is pretty out there.
Oh, yeah.
But you got all those fans, all them lights.
Actually, your kind of theme was, what were you saying? Like a dual monitor theme?
Kinda. Unintentionally.
So
I mean,
I like
if
that one. That one's pretty good.
if I had one monitor, it would have to be a fairly decent size. I can't. Everyone's like, "Here's my setup," and it's like a little 24-inch screen. Nah,
Yeah.
nah. This one, like the case is nice and wide. It looks like a fucking aquarium because there's no clutter really on any of the sides. I just wonder what's behind that chair because the desk looks like it goes on all the way to the corner.
That's some kind of like Viking desk or something? What is that?
I don't know. It's pretty nice. It's different. It's not your usual IKEA.
No.
Excuse me. Beautiful, but no SSDs in the setup. Wow. So they only have the.
These nuts.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I already had the SSD. I didn't buy it. I suppose I need to add it. The Samsung Evo 500 gig. And he's gonna get a PCI 4.0 Samsung. Ooh.
Fuck. Talk to the audience here. This pop just exploded on me.
He jizzed his pants. Jizzed in his pants.
Oh my god.
Well, wow, what the hell? Those are some bright ass shorts Ian's wearing there. I don't know if they were camo or leopard. What the hell was that? I missed out. I just was scrolling. I look over and see this magnificent beast stomping away to clean up his pants. Pantalones. But the show must go on. So who is my favorite? Well, I don't know. Maybe this one. Because, I mean, this is awesome, but I don't know. 363 upvotes, 71 upvotes, 4.1 thousand. 4.1 thousand. So, yeah. I think it's safe to say that everyone else enjoys the atmosphere as well, not just me. But that's, subjective, I guess. Wonder what the hell Ian's doing there. Changing his pants, probably. At least he's not going to take a poop. I hope not. Yeah, I can't stand that Ian motherfucker. Oh, hey, Ian.
Oh, hi.
I was telling the audience how loud your shorts were. I was scrolling. I look over and just see you running away. Are they what is that? Camo or leopard?
Yeah, it's like a camo hunting type of pattern or whatever.
So you went hunting, huh? MILF hunter?
MILF hunter. Coug
Booty
hunting.
hunter? So
Hunting for those old cougs.
I was trying to decide my favorite, and I think the first one actually is my favorite out of the bunch. But see, remember I was saying it's all about the entirety of the setup, not just a part of it?
Yeah.
So I started looking at the upvotes. Well, this one has 363. This guy has 71. And then this girl has 4.1 thousand.
Oh.
So clearly I'm not the only one who likes it. Even though she's a weeb and everything's pink.
Would you say that one's your favorite?
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose out of all of them, that would be true. I didn't know what kind of other ones we were dealing with, so.
I mean, don't get me wrong, this one's cool, but I just like everything about this one, like the whole space. Yeah, things are pink. Ooh, you might turn gay. Ooh, I already got the gay. I like anime. It's fine. You can get a little
Jesus
gay on
Christ.
you. You can get a little gay on you. It's 2019. No one cares.
I look at all the 80s colors they were doing and the RGB and everything.
Yeah. All right, are we getting on to the news? Because it's late.
You got a nose for news.
Nosing around, newsing around.
It's time for...
Tonight on Dateline.
No, I played it.
All I heard was da-da-da-da-da-da.
It must be cutting in and out for you or something.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah, I was surprised. I thought that the intro music wasn't even going to be playing last week, but it actually ended up doing it. 'Cause I thought if I didn't add the output into the one scene, it wouldn't do it, but I guess it did.
What? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
What?
I was talking about last week for the intro because I was saying that...
No. No, I'm talking about your story here. I heard what you said about the intro. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what?
Do what?
So, Radeon 7 just fucking launched, right?
Right.
Like, did they even have aftermarket cards?
No, I don't think so.
So, but do they still make Vega cards?
Yeah.
So I don't understand.
Well, let me let me find the original video because I got this from the what's that other Linus channel, the Tech Source or something, or
Oh, like Tech Linked or whatever.
yeah, Tech Linked. Um, hold on. Uh, where is it? Sorry, I know this is riveting because we're just having dead air here, but
Dead air. Dead, dead,
dead
dead air.
air. What was it
Dead,
called?
dead
Tech
air.
Linked. Yeah, he does a lot of channels, doesn't he? Oh yeah, here it is. I got it. AMD
Tech
Game
news
Talk.
is kind of.
Yeah, let me see. I'll text it to you in the since I'm capturing or screen sharing the Discord, I can't exactly go in there into the chat. Then I'll send you the link for the in Hangouts. But that's the original video that I saw it from. Let me see if let me click on the actual news article. It says Kyle Cotland has just confirmed that their sources, with their sources, that AMD Radeon 7 is no longer in production. The stores are selling the remaining stock, and apparently no more Radeon 7 cards will be made.
Can't hear you.
What?
Can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
You're like not. You're not. No, it's like you're not even talking in the microphone.
Oh.
It's like you're telling the story from over here.
Well, yeah, I have to get a little bit closer to the screen, Frank. I mean,
Well, yeah.
How long? How long have you been on the show? They just confirmed that their sources that AMD Radeon 7 is no longer in production. The stores are selling the remaining stock, and apparently no more Radeon 7 cards will be made. According to what?
I was just saying. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to be an asshole. It's just I have fans and AC going, and even when you kind of cranked up, I still couldn't hear you. So that's why I said that.
Wait.
Were you reading from that article or from the?
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't tell which article you're reading from there, so I didn't know where to follow along here.
Yeah. According to them, Radeon 7 was declared end of life last month by AMD. The Radeon 7 is AMD's first 7nm based graphics card featuring Vega 20 GPU with 3840 stream processors. The 7 was also AMD's first to feature 16 gigabytes of memory for the consumer market. With the announcement of Radeon 7 5700 series, it became clear that 7 is simply not as power efficient and cost effective solution as Navi based models. This also puts an end to rumors about custom Radeon 7 models. Did you check out that video?
I pulled it up, but I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't like scrubbing through it just yet.
Yeah.
I saw that headline. AMD gave up, but I didn't check it out and didn't know what the hell he was talking about. It's like, well, so Navi's so good, they're just done with Vega,
I guess so. I mean, that
or just Radeon 7 Vega? Because I don't know. I
I
don't know
get.
why anyone.
I
Why
think
would you
just the
want the?
Radeon 7 Vega.
I mean, it's the newest one. Why would you? Why not just discontinue like the Vega 64?
Oh, I don't know. Um,
Tech news is kind.
I'm trying to click on this, see if I could find a description here. It has more about it, but no.
Huh?
I mean, I think this is kind of speculative too, because
Uh huh.
the actual video has a question mark at the end. AMD gave up. Um, but I mean, I guess they just want to be. I think they were figuring that this would like make people happy because they didn't get the Navi or whatever. But I guess they're just gonna be. They're just instead want people to focus on on the what's supposed to be the real Navi or whatever, you know.
Hmm.
Because I don't know, are all the new AMD cards already released? Was it like the 5700 and stuff or whatever they were doing?
Um. Yeah, I don't know if the like higher end one has or not. I haven't really been following because once it actually came out, I'm like,
Yeah.
I already jumped ship. I got tired of waiting.
Right.
At this point, who gives a shit?
Yeah. I guess maybe they just thought that it was more of a that card was more of a disappointment, or they thought that people would think that or something, you know.
Well, I mean, it was kind of dumb because we knew it was like a stopgap between, Vega like 64 and Navi.
Yeah.
So if you bought it, you knew what you were getting. I just figured, well, it'll be cool to see what the aftermarket does. And turns out nothing.
Right. By the way, do I sound fine now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just, couldn't hear you.
I put the gain up a little bit on the microphone
I
too,
mean, it helps.
so yeah.
This is, if you're reading, I understand you got to lean closer to read, but if we can't hear you, then we might as well just be
Yeah.
reading ourselves.
Right.
So let me. Hold on, I got to click back to the articles. Okay. Copy.
I put it up even a little bit more now. Okay.
I have you cranked up like all the way on my end so I can hear you. And then when you play a clip, it's all loud as shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, God damn it. Okay, so Ryzen 3000 opens up PCI 4.0 support. Yeah, see, that's the other thing. It's available for Ryzen, but I don't know what's exactly going to be available for Threadripper exactly. Whether it's going to be the exact same or they're going to have some special feature just because there's more PCI lanes on Threadripper, you know what I mean?
Right. I'm gonna switch back. I think I'll switch back to the double view because these news articles aren't as. They don't really need to read. Like, if they want to read the news articles, they can go to the links, you know.
Yeah, it's boring to just read the whole thing. Like, you gotta just like summarize it and then talk about it.
Yeah.
Or, in some cases, just read the fucking headline and go, ain't that some shit? And then
Yeah.
go on to the next. Because
Yeah.
some of them, really, there's nothing more you can say other than, what?
Why,
This one,
why?
we spent like 10, 15 minutes going over the source, and we really didn't get any further along other than we think.
Yeah.
Fuck, who cares what we
Well,
think?
it sounded like it was pretty speculative to me because they didn't. It wasn't like it's not like an official announcement or anything, you know.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So,
But like I said, watch the video and maybe you'll be able to tell me if that's basically the case later, maybe. Because I could always update the thing, you know.
that was some stuff I didn't hear about. I was surprised to hear that.
Yeah.
The shit just launched like a couple months ago. Literally a couple months ago, like one or two. So what's up with this article here about 4.0? The
Okay,
different
so
boards.
this is about Ryzen 3000 Asus opens up PCI 4.0 support for selected X470 and B450 boards.
Oh, okay, so it's not just available on the one. I remember that was the thing people were worried about when they launched. Like, well, can't I get it with the other model? And everyone's
Yeah.
like, no.
Despite earlier rumors, it seems that even motherboards without X570 chipset can offer PCIe 4.0 on the Ryzen 3000 CPUs. AMD denied this during the computer bit or the Computex bit. Asus has now published a list of various X470 and B450 motherboards that should at least offer partially PCIe 4.0 support, I guess. Remember that the option for PCIe Gen 4.0 popped up in several BIOSes on X470. Well, here's the thing, and as we explained in our review, the motherboard chip and I/O chip in the Ryzen 3000 processor are the same thing. Yes, that's two chips, quote unquote. The one in the processor, thus is PCIe 4.0, and if you use X470 and another series 400 chipset, the interlinks are PCIe Gen 2, but that does not mean that the CPU I/O chip still can offer PCIe Gen 4.0 lanes to selected slots, graphics cards X16 and one M2 slot X4. So basically, Asus has outed a series of BIOS firmware updates to the in the past few weeks, and that PCIe Gen 4.0 option is back. In Asia, some people have been trying to enable it, and it works on selected motherboards, it seems. After enablement, the processors themselves provide 16 PCIe 4.0 lanes for a graphics card and 4 more lanes for M.2 NVMe SSDs. Remember, due to the chip, an X570 platform has PCIe 4.0 everywhere. X470 and B450 even use the old standard PCIe 2.0 with whatever runs over the chipset. And then this article is pretty lengthy, but
Uh-huh. How much of it did you read?
I read the first few paragraphs here.
Well, I meant like, on your own time.
Oh, not a whole lot. I mean, I watched a lot of these articles. I watched the video on, but I just basically just need. You don't really all this technical information doesn't matter as much as you just needed to know that shit should work on those motherboards. You know.
Yeah. I mean, why? I think they just hit it because they want people to buy the new shit.
Yeah.
But that's kind of shady, right?
Right.
It's like, come on, man. We sold the shit already.
Yeah.
Support what you got. But whatever. Oh, you got a Doug story here, huh?
Yeah. Yep. And basically this is kind of like one of those types of things. Well, they already fixed it next. But I thought I'd still add this article in because it just, it seems like you hear more about Apple shit as far as them having bugs with some kind of privacy thing way more than like an Android phone,
Uh-huh.
Because this is similar to the FaceTime bug, I guess. You remember that shit?
No.
Or that that thing where like the people could still hear you after you did a FaceTime or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Like even after you hung up.
Yeah, that's just what you want, right?
Right. Apple disables walkie-talkie app due to vulnerability that could allow iPhone eavesdropping. Apple has disabled Apple Watch walkie-talkie app due to an unspecified vulnerability that could allow a person to listen to another customer's iPhone without consent, the company told TechCrunch this evening. Apple has apologized for the bug and for the inconvenience of being unable to use the feature while a fix is made. The walkie-talkie app on Apple Watch allows two users who have accepted an invite from each other to receive audio chats via a push-to-talk interface, reminiscent of the PTT buttons on older cell phones. A statement from Apple reads, "We were just made aware of a vulnerability related to the walkie-talkie app on the Apple Watch and have disabled the function as we quickly fix the issue. We apologize to our customers for the inconvenience and will restore the functionality as soon as possible. Although we are not aware of any use of the vulnerability against the customer and specific conditions and sequences of events are required to exploit it, we take the security and privacy of our customers extremely seriously," and concluded that disabling the app was the right course of action as this bug could allow someone to listen through another customer's iPhone without consent. We apologize again for the issue and inconvenience.
Huh.
Yeah, it's like
It's already
Apple just
fixed,
having
right?
all these kind of bugs where it's like, I don't know, with just a lot of privacy bugs on those iPhones, it seems like.
Sounds like it. Yeah,
Well, what do you
eavesdropping.
expect?
That's the way Tim Apple wanted it to be.
Yeah.
Shit they shouldn't have fucked with. It's a gay ass app anyway. Who gives a shit? Fucking weebs.
I know.
What's up, and welcome to another episode of...
Hey.
Jesus.
I was trying to click on a video, so... Anyways, this next article is about, it's about stuff.
Uh-huh.
Where's...
OLED screen burn-in. What you need to know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was the one I was meaning to click on, yeah. So basically, this is an older article, but oh, god damn it. You have to add on this. This CNET is the worst, man. But yeah, this is like an older article from last year, but I saw the video first. This was a recent video. This guy, have you ever watched this guy Gizmo Slip on YouTube?
Video of who?
Gizmo Slip. Have you ever seen that? This guy on there?
Nah.
On YouTube?
Nah.
You ever watch those videos where people like test like an iPhone like from like a drop test from 100 feet or something like that?
Not since I bought my first gen Pixel.
Uh,
I That's when I got my case and stuff. The guy dropped it from like the second story.
Yeah. So basically, he's like one of those kind of YouTubers that does like a lot of. I guess he's got like a lot of money to get all these different phones to test out like what, like under different conditions, like burning them or freezing them or whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But so this guy, he was warning everybody about the OLED smartphones have a huge problem, especially with There's been a lot of reports with the Galaxy S10, Note 9, and iPhone XS Max, OnePlus 7 have all been affected by this screen burning issue. And like I said, this CNET article, this was from last year, so a little bit older phones that have an OLED screen could be affected too. But a lot of people, I guess, have been reporting, especially with these newer phones too. So, have you heard of this screen burning?
No.
Yeah. So, well, it's basically like it's the same kind of thing with like that we were joking about that giant penis being burned into like a plasma TV or whatever.
Yeah, like the dude's selling a TV for $100 or $50 or whatever because while he was on vacation, his butt put a gay porn on it and paused it for 2 weeks. So there's a interracial couple, a homosexual couple, where the guy's getting a load on his face.
Yeah, that's so funny, man.
I mean, because it's not you.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, yes. So basically, this is happening to a lot of people because a lot of people. He was saying like a lot of the reasons that this is happening is because people are having like the max brightness on their phone because it's a lot of these new screens are brighter and have richer color and stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
nobody wants to put their phone on like dim, like halfway brightness if because you want to enjoy your screen colors and stuff and the vibrance.
Mm-hmm.
But so that's one of the reasons. Another reason is people have their phone set to not turn off for like 10 minutes or something. Excuse me. How I have mine set for basically like 5 to 10 seconds only. What about you?
What, to fall asleep?
No, just for the screen to turn off.
Oh, mine's just on whatever the hell the default setting was, and then I have the light where it goes brighter and darker based on where your surroundings.
Yeah, that was another issue that or another thing he was saying that you should have turned on is the adaptive brightness, so you because that'll help save like this screen life or whatever,
Which I don't know how mine senses that, because I told you the selfie camera is just like a pop-up. So what the hell is actually sensing how bright it needs to be?
Oh, I think they have like a separate sensor on there or
Is that
something that just detects like
is that-
a point of light.
I was gonna say, is that like where the sensor is that detects whether your ear is to the phone or not, so it shuts the screen off?
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of sensors all up in there. I don't even know.
Mm. Well, because mine is, like I said, all screen, so I don't know.
Yeah. But no, I mean, do you generally notice, like, does your screen take a while to turn off on its own, or do you just always shut it off on your own manually?
Well, I had the safe, like the Google, what they call that thing? They have a smart lock option where as long as it's on you, it's not locked. You can just open it by flicking the screen open instead of using your thumbprint or whatever. But the problem with that was I had it in my pocket to listen to music, and I was mowing the grass, and then I pull it out to look at the song I was listening to, and my butt had added items to an Amazon cart and sent Doug a picture on Instagram.
Yeah.
So I turned that off.
Right.
Because I don't need that shit.
Who needs it? Who gives a shit?
But yeah, I just leave it on whatever default settings it has, and adaptive brightness. I thought I wouldn't get used to it, but now it actually doesn't bother me too much. My wife actually bothers her more when I go, "Hey, look at my phone," and she's like, "I can't see that."
Yeah. Yeah, I like having my screen a little bit brighter.
It
It's all
works like
personal preference, though.
when I go to Chipotle, the I have a barcode app on my phone as a card to get a build up discount points, and to scan my phone, the screen has to be on a higher brightness, which usually
Yeah.
only like once or twice has that ever been an issue. So my wife actually bought a new phone recently, and it came in the mail from Amazon, and she opened it up and was going to put a screen protector on it, and looked at the back of it, and there's big ass scratches in it,
What?
like like not just visible scratches. You could feel the scratches with your fingernail. So
Ooh.
it looked like somebody had stuck it in their pocket with their keys, and the keys had scratched the shit out of the back. So we're like, yeah, no, this is supposed to be a new phone. We She got the Prime Day sale, so it was cheaper, but you still paid for a brand new phone. So we sent it back,
Cheaper.
and we're waiting for the replacement to come.
Cheaper.
Oh yeah, it's a newer model. It's a LG. She just can't stand her iPhone anymore.
Really? What were you saying that she didn't like about it?
She doesn't like the iPhone.
Well, good on
So,
her, you know?
eh. I mean, she had. I couldn't go back to an iPhone after having been on Android. So.
Yeah, you just have so much more open to you, you know? They
Mhm.
treat you like you want to be able to use everything on your phone, you know?
Right. Versus, Meemaw gets her first smartphone. Go ahead and give her an iPhone. She's not gonna delete something by mistake. You know.
Yeah.
But anyway, so enough about this OLED burn-in. Oh, here we go. Me and Floyd were talking about this next article. Well, not this article in general, but the topic. Because we were like talking about like recently the Epic Games Store, how they're a Chinese company coming for you, and now the Face app. Chuck Schumer and the like said not to get the Face app because it's a Russian uh, app, and they're according to their your policy on sharing your stuff. They upload your images to the cloud and can do with it as they please.
Shit, man.
But what what is your
So,
story have here?
as FaceApp addresses privacy concerns, social media users are downloading a popular Russian-owned app called FaceApp to alter their photos with features like its aging filter. However, many have raised concerns about the app's privacy policies and terms of service, accusing the company of collecting user data to sell to third parties or share with Russia. The company released a statement saying it does not do either of those things. However, other concerns about the app and what it specifically does with your user data still exist. I like how they bullet point the shit for me.
Yeah, right? Most articles don't do that.
Yeah.
They just go, well, you got to read it.
If FaceApp is a Russian app that uses artificial intelligence to alter photos of people's faces. The app is 2 years old, but a recent FaceApp challenge has prompted the app to trend again. Users are posting photos of themselves with an aging filter that adds a few decades of wrinkles to their faces. The trend has caught up with celebrities, many of whom have posted their own photos. Drake showed us what promo for the farewell tour might look like. Oh wait, for his farewell tour. Yeah, I heard you're able to like switch your gender and stuff too with it.
Yeah, it's an AI based app.
Yeah.
That was the first thing I did was like you could see what you look like as a different gender, and now it's to see yourself older.
Yep. I bet you they'll be doing like a different race soon then too.
And probably before too long, yeah. Okay, hold on. Copy.
So that was my tech news. Copy.
Diamond Casino report grand opening July 23rd for Grand Theft Auto Online.
Yeah, baby.
You play that yet? I still have yet to get the game.
Well, you have yet to get GTA 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've played it on Xbox and stuff a long time ago. I haven't played it on the computer yet though. I've played the online and stuff. It's pretty fun. It's pretty competitive though. Yeah, I mean,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
So
Oh,
Diamond Casino and Resort. So that's basically
Yeah.
DLC.
yeah. It's basically DLC. They're doing a casino, a penthouse, and Twitch Prime as part of the Rockstar Games Social Club. X Twitch Prime benefits program. All GTA Online players who link their social club account with Twitch Prime and claim their Twitch Prime benefits by the end of the day on July 19th will be able to purchase the Master Penthouse for free in the Diamond Casino and Resort, as well as receive GTA 1.5 or 1.25 million and up to 15% extra GTA dollars on purchases of Shark Cash cards.
Huh.
Yeah, and if you there was a like a trailer and stuff I saw for that in one of the YouTube ads, but they kind of make it kind of reminds me of like Vice City or whatever, which I'm guessing that I've heard rumors about that. That's what the GTA 6 is supposed to be, kind of like a redone Vice City, because this game was kind of like a redone San Andreas, you know?
Oh. I
Yeah.
was wondering when they were gonna make something new because this is still like a full price game this many years on.
Yeah. It's still priced because I guess, they're keeping it alive with the DLC and shit, so. I don't know, man. The games aren't priced based on, their age, really. They're based on their, like how much attention is still on it, I guess.
Well, I mean, Skyrim's pretty cheap now, and they keep re-releasing that motherfucker.
Yeah. I mean, that's as far as my guess. I mean, this game it's kind of like Fortnite, where it's like everybody is playing it,
Yeah.
I mean, really, what the online part is what's really keeping it alive. They've done so much. They've added so much to the online. It's like I've only seen like a fraction of like the online stuff.
I thought it
when I
was
was
like the
playing
mod
it.
scene that would keep it alive.
What?
I thought like the mod scene was what was keeping it alive.
Well, I think that a little bit too, but I mean that they were they have like a lot of you could do like a custom make like a custom course like on the console. Actually, they have like a basic like editor and stuff on there. So you can make like, if you're doing like races or whatever, you can make your own tracks and stuff. And like you can make your own like I don't know, I guess like a part of the map where it's like, if you're trying to do like a team deathmatch or whatever, you could add in like custom like objects that are already in the game, like barrels and different like like walls and fences and stuff.
Huh.
Do you know how basically some games have like like a map creator or something that uses already existing content from the game?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically like that. I haven't seen like a whole lot of like custom mods on there. I mean, I guess you can do it, but I just see most people doing like because a lot of this stuff is like there's a lot of storyline in these too. Like these, if you watch the trailer for this, they had like a lot of like I saw there was like people talking like in the casino, like a lot of cutscenes and stuff. So they were doing that. They add, it's not just like the playability. There's also a story element to it too.
Huh. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they basically like try to add a new game to this every time there's a DLC, like a new missions and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Copy?
Copy.
GameStop pivots to esports with slate of new partnerships.
Yep. So they're good old desperate GameStop is trying to do something different to be able to stay afloat. The company wants to be a Pop Warner of video games. Fresh off the heels of announcing a new CEO, GameStop on Wednesday detailed its plans to expand into esports as it continues to refocus its business more on the culture of video games rather than just their sales. The company's first step in this shift includes partnering esports group Complexity Gaming to open what it calls the most advanced esports facility in the country at the Star in Frisco, Texas. The company is also teaming up with a number of other esports brands and companies to host gaming clinics, Overwatch watch parties, and collegiate. What's that word?
Hold on.
Collegiate. Collegiate.
Collegiate.
Collegiate esports tournaments. We are aiming to become the official Pop Warner League of esports, where GameStop provides full and unique cultural experiences for player development while preparing the next generation of professional gamers. It doesn't get any better for amateurs of all ages looking to learn and compete at the highest level, said Frank Hamlin, Chief Marketing Officer at GameStop, in a prepared statement. In May, GameStop and Complexity Gaming will open a new GameStop Performance Center, which will serve as the new headquarters for Complexity Gaming. The 11,000 square foot center and will house a public gaming area for fans and sponsors, as well as cutting edge performance training via data analytics, enhancing gaming equipment, a video studio, and a merchandise wall. The center will share a location with the Dallas Cowboys headquarters, making for seamless coordination and integration between the two organizations, according to the press release. Yeah, this one is like really long article, but it will not only serve as a training ground for the gaming clinics, but will also be one of the premier public headquarters where gamers can unite and share their passions for esports while celebrating the love for video games, according to the press release. Through this partnership, Complexity Gaming and GameStop will work to engage fans, both locally within the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex through on-site activations and globally via online content. So, like, I don't know what the whole deal is with it. I mean, I saw a video on it, and like I heard that they were talking about maybe opening up different like Game Stops like that were for specific types of games, like retro games and stuff.
Uh-huh. Sorry, I was trying to get the other articles to load, and it was like, hey, you have ad block on, and we don't give you an option to do anything. I mean, you'd figure being a brick and mortar store would be enough, but apparently not.
Yeah.
But No Man's Sky's Sean Murray explains why it's best for Anthem and Fallout 76's developers to stay silent after launch.
Yeah, I thought that you'd have some words about this one.
I saw the headline before and I skipped it.
Sean Murray says studios like AE and Bethesda can't talk themselves out of a game's polarizing launch.
I mean, I don't get it. What does he think they should do?
Founder of Hello Games and famed creator of No Man's Sky knows a thing or two about how to deal with, shall we say, constructive feedback. The game's original release back in 2016 saw a huge backlash from players who felt misled by its lack of promised features, but the indie studio has since worked its way out of the sticky situation through healthy post-launch support, most notably with the release of No Man's Sky Next last year and upcoming launch of No Man's Skies Beyond within the next few months. Speaking during this keynote panel at this year's Develop Conference in Brighton, UK, Murray explained how Hello Games turned things around for its seemingly sinking ship, mainly by focusing on post-launch development rather than getting itself into any deeper hot water with more false promises. He said, we went about 2 years without talking to press at all, said Murray, and we went about 3 months without saying anything to the community either. That was really hard. I sat down so many times and wrote the perfect blog post that I was going to explain everything about the game's development and the roadmap going ahead, but I could see that it didn't hold credibility with regards to where we were at.
Yeah.
So basically, he's saying that they should have just like
Shut up.
just shut up and just worked on their shit, you know. I guess.
Well, yeah, but he's saying that he was gonna say a bunch of crap that was all crap, because Bethesda's really doing a good job of listening to their audience, kind of. So
yeah, I mean they listen to their audience, but I guess that is that a true statement though? They were making false promises.
Who, Bethesda?
Yeah.
I mean, no, because they told you from the beginning there aren't going to be human NPCs, and everybody's going to be online, and it was just buggy. And it was buggy, and there were certain things that they were doing that not everyone agreed with. But it wasn't like No Man's Sky where they were saying, "Oh, we're going to have this and that." The shit launches and it's totally different.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's one of those things where they were able to get success through their thing, and it is successful, I suppose. But I guess they're assuming that they know what'll work for everybody else. Then because of they got out of a sticky situation.
Yeah, but
it's kind of like they're lecturing them, I guess.
Well, these guys put their foot in their mouth, and Bethesda just put out a game that a lot of people once you say the premise, you're either into it or not. And I was on the fence because I was like, oh, I don't want other players involved. I want to play by myself. But then I found out all the other players aren't really scummy, so. But anyway,
Yeah. What do you think about Anthem, though?
I mean, I played like 5 minutes of it and said, eh. I didn't make it past the tutorial, and that came free with my graphics card. Floyd was all hyped about that, and I asked him if he still plays. He's like, no.
Yeah. Well, he said talking about features where when a game's already out isn't that credible or interesting. He later tells Game Radar Plus in a follow-up interview, your actions are so much more important than what you say.
Yeah, it took them a while to get better, so who knows?
Yeah, I guess he's saying that. Yeah, what you're doing is, like I don't know. He's saying what you do is more important, so like the results are more important than what you're trying to tell your audience. You know.
You gotta know when to hold them, when to fold them.
Yeah.
So, G2A proposes key blocking tool. What?
Yeah. So I decided to do another G2A update. I remember we did past couple weeks we did some other articles about them. But basically, G2A proposes key blocking tool, but controversial marketplace wants at least 100 developers to register interest before it begins development. So G2A has detailed a proposed solution to the many criticisms it has received over the past weeks. The ability for developers to block keys that they don't want to be sold on the marketplace. The company has come under fire from indie developers recently, with a petition even pushing for G2A to prevent any independent games from being sold through its site. Yeah, you remember all that shit we were talking about them, right?
Yeah, the devs. So we're not making any money off them. So don't just pirate the shit, so they don't make any money either.
Yeah. So they're basically saying, well, we'll make a tool that will block any of the keys that are like stolen or whatever. But the catch is they're saying that they're gonna have like a petition or whatever where they need at least, since it's I guess it's like really expensive process. They need at least 100 developers to register interest before it begins development, like the title is saying.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Well, we'll come up with a feature to not steal keys. What?
Yeah.
Is that your last article?
Yeah, it is. You want your theme?
Yeah, go ahead. There you go. Yep.
We'll do one more ribbon. There we go.
How many ribbons was that?
Was it? Did I do more than 2 on that one?
Sounded like it.
I'm sorry. I just looked up. I was looking down at my phone for a sec. I didn't even notice. But anyways, what's your first article, man?
All right, hold on. I gotta scroll. Scrolling. Copy, Lincoln, scroll in, paste it, and go.
Do you just wait for me to play the music and for the music to be ended before you do something?
No, I was doing something else.
Uh,
I had to finish what I was doing and close it. Just jacking it.
Just jacking.
Intel admits it won't catch up with AMD's 7nm chips until 2021. I mean, I guess that's good for the consumer.
You guess.
Well, I mean, thing is, it's like Intel's not really lowering their prices,
No.
and like they're like, yeah, we have the best chips for gaming, just barely, kind of, maybe in a few games, and they cost more. I mean, they went backwards, didn't they? Go back to 10,
Yeah.
or was it 12?
I don't
So,
even know. I don't pay attention to that shit, man.
yeah. Me
Yeah, that
neither.
was another thing they were talking about on with Steve and Jay were talking on that one video about how basically Intel they might edge you out on like edge AMD on out on like the like for hardcore single core like performance for games, but AMD is definitely more of like an all-around good for content creation and for gaming and stuff, you know.
And it's cheaper.
Yeah.
So there's like really no reason not to buy it.
Right.
So, I mean, it's cheaper. It comes with an awesome cooler. So, I don't know.
Yeah. Have you heard any good things about that Wraith cooler or whatever?
I mean,
I think Nate has one because he has a Ryzen 1500, I think.
I mean, people like them. The Wraith Ripper is a little like that's made by Cooler Master, not AMD. A lot of those they say the fans on them backwards for the Wraith Ripper, but as far as the actual Wraith cooler that the AMD bundles with their chips, I would just rather people like them. Now this is the rumor mill here.
By the way, did you before you get into that, I was gonna say, did you hear Nate's computer died?
Oh, what'd he do?
I don't know. He doesn't even know what it is because he thinks it could be a power supply, or he's not even sure because it just won't even turn on. Like no fans or motherboard lights or nothing. He was supposed to have a friend come over, I think, with some other shit and try to help him out, but I haven't gotten back to him. That was like last week. So
Sounds like it's
hope you
the
get your
power
shit
supply.
working, man.
Yeah.
This
I mean,
sounds
he's
like
not gonna
what?
hear this because sounds like he needs it to get work. Sounds like the power supply. If the motherboard lights aren't coming on,
Yeah.
because I mean, even if it was like the CMOS or anything, unless the motherboard itself is dead. But anyway,
I don't know. Well, he said he thinks the power supply is working because he did a thing where you put the pins in it or whatever to turn it on, and the power supply seemed to turn on its own. So it could be the motherboard, man.
well, yeah.
But yeah, I don't think he'll probably hear this, but our thoughts and prayers are with him. At
Yeah,
least
because
mine.
the death in the family, a digital death in the family blows.
Yeah.
But this is the rumor mill here.
Oh, you got a rumor article too.
Well, you know, it's that time of year. They're either about to release something new, or something new just came out, and there might be a new feature they're not letting us know about.
Yeah.
Hold on just one second. Okay. So, third gen Ryzen based Threadripper could be released in October, up to 64 cores.
Wasn't that kind of like what everyone was already thinking?
I mean, people have actually told me they can't do it, it physically can't, and then Epic Realm, they were like, oh, that already has 64 cores, and like we really don't know. This has the date October because we knew first they were like, oh, Threadripper is done because they already have 16 core, consumer grade chips. Why get a HEDT, chip with more? And I'm like, no, I want more. And Lisa Sue's like, you want more? We'll take your fucking money. So we've
By
been
the way, are
waiting
you
with bated breath.
Go ahead.
No, I just said we've been waiting with bated breath.
Yeah. Are you thinking about going with, because I thought you were talking about before, you were considering, like, if you're still having issues with that shit, like you were considering going with the Ryzen platform with like the 16 core or whatever.
Oh no. I'm gonna keep troubleshooting. I already dumped a bunch of money in this. I'm not buying a whole new motherboard and chip.
Yeah. Well, I don't know why you said that then, because you were.
I said it's a good option, but
Yeah.
I don't want to buy another motherboard from my Threadripper. I just want to buy another chip because the newer ones, the boards are made to handle the overhead for overclocking a lot better, and they have PCIe 4.0. But that money though.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
if I was just gonna do it, I wouldn't mind it, but I'm not gonna dump a bunch of money in it unless I can totally not get this working for other reason. I don't see a reason to do that because I mean, this is stable. I'm on it.
Yeah. It's just spouting numbers to you, but functionally, it's working, at least when it's not giving you that error or whatever.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know what's going on. I want it to be. I want it to be. It's a Threadripper. It's supposed to be balls to the wall, ripping threads, and it's kind of not right now. And I'm kind of mad about that. But
Well, I don't know though what they're gonna do for the naming scheme of the next Threadripper, because they already did the 3950X is still mainstream 16 core or whatever, so they're probably gonna have to do like a 3990WX or whatever. Or
well, I mean,
WS.
what they did before, like I don't remember the names now for that 32 core because that I have to Google that every time I want to fucking look it up because it's got a goofy name. Because it used to be 1900, 1950, 1920. Now it's all gibberish.
Yeah, I thought that at the time, like, for your platform, the 1950 was the highest you could go. I thought that
No,
was
they
like
had a
the
24.
16. Did they have a first gen 24?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I thought they did. Hold on now. Let me see if I'm.
I know they
Sure.
definitely did for second gen.
I can't remember now. Hold on. Oh, hold on. That's not what I wanted. Oh. This isn't gonna be good. This is fucking order shit. Wiki chip. Huh. Okay. 1900, 1920, 1950. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, the 50 was the highest. And then they did the 12. It was 8, 12, and 16. Now it's 12, 16, 24, and 32. So they're who knows what they're going to have next.
Yeah, yeah. Ryzen Threadripper 19 or 2920X for the second gen was 12. The 2950 was a 16, just like the first gen. The 24 core is the 2970WX, and the 32 core was the 2990WX. So
And see, it's like the iPhone, how like they started with 4 gig and then they went to 8, and now they don't even make the fucking 4, and they just keep getting bigger and bigger. That's the way this is gonna be.
well, I think it's safe to assume though that it's probably gonna be a 3990WX, so it'll probably be like the highest one, and then they'll have to.
No, it's a 1660 Ti.
Yeah.
Now here's one that I almost threw in what the fuck news, but it's still tech related, so I threw it in here. And I'm surprised you didn't bring it up because I think it was the topic of the Wayne show this week. Amazon accidentally sold $13,000 plus camera gear for $100 on Prime Day.
Whoa. Yeah. Did you do anything for Prime Day? Because I mean, I was getting all those alerts about it, but I never bought anything.
No, just my wife bought a phone and that was it. Amazon discounted a wide range of camera gear on Prime Day this week, but some photographers scored what may be the best deals of their lives. Thanks to pricing error, many people were able to purchase high-end camera gear bundles, some worth over $5,000 for just around $100. It all started when someone noticed that the $550 Sony A6000, a 16 to 50 millimeter lens bundle, was being listed at just $94.50 on Amazon, and the person shared the deal on Slick Deals, where it hit the front page. Many users were able to see the same price and place orders, while other users reported still seeing the normal price of $550. It wasn't third-party sellers that the $94.50 price was applied to. The gear was being sold and shipped by Amazon. But then people noticed that other cameras and models were also being sold for $94.50, and that's when the real frenzy started. Literally everything is $94.48. One member writes, "I have bought like $10,000 worth of stuff that was like $900 total.
Oh my god.
I got a $13,000 lens for $94." Another member writes regarding their Canon EF 800mm. LOL, waiting for the cancellation, but that's like 99.3% off.
Shit.
So yeah, people posted screenshots.
So,
It's like,
and you're not even obligated to give that shit back, are you? Like, they can't sue you, can they?
No, it's their error. It was listed and sold once it processed. I mean, like they said, they're waiting for cancellation because that's what usually happens when the Amazon realizes they fucked up before they finish placing the order. They cancel it. Shortly after placing the order, McGee was notified that the camera had been handed over to UPS already. Ooh, so yeah, look at this. Items, $1,299. Prime savings, $1,204. Total before tax, $94.48. Tax collected, $7.79. So people are showing all these screenshots of their shit.
Screens.
While many Slick Deals members remarked that the orders would almost certainly be canceled by Amazon, the retail giant does have a history of honoring some pricing errors, even those that are significant. In this case, photographers have already begun receiving their $94.48 orders. One photographer, Petapixel, spoke saw the Slick Deal post and ordered 2 Sony A6000 kits for $948 each before he saw that the same price applied to other cameras. So he then purchased a $2,000 Sony A6500, a 10 to 18 millimeter bundle for $94.48, and then a $2,000 Sony A7 body for $94.48, and then a $5,500 Sony A9. Wow. So the A7 111 and just arrived at his house yesterday, day after he placed the order. I'm sure other people may have scored a better deal than I did. Since Amazon locked me out of my account, thinking someone had hacked it, buying all these high-end cameras. Fucker tells Pixel I had another A9 on my cart and a Nikon Z6 and a Canon EOS R totaling $300, but they shut it down before I could finish checking out. So yeah, Slick Deals is actually a good site. I used to go on it a lot. I really should get back on it.
Yeah.
I mean, I figured you'd like this because you're a camera guy.
Oh, dude, that'd be like hitting a lottery for me, man.
You're like, oh shit, I better get it before they tell me I can't.
Yeah. And like that kind of mistake probably is like the chances is like winning the lottery probably, you know.
It's got to be an algorithm thing. Like, no human put that on there. I don't think.
No. Yeah.
But man, I mean, I don't care about cameras, but boy, I wish I had known.
Well, I mean, if you had gotten those, you could have just gone right ahead. If you didn't really care about them, you could have just sold them on eBay, you know.
That's why I told my wife, because she's like, should I get this phone? I said, if you don't like it, sell it on eBay, make a fucking profit.
Yeah.
Because on eBay, they're going full price. So, anyway, and my last article, sir.
And you really are shortening your news, man.
Yeah, well, I thought I had less, but it turns out I'd already opened the email, so it didn't show it as a new email. Fans are building MMOs based on the original Fallout games. When most people think of Fallout, it's the modern 3D form that emerged just over 10 years ago with Fallout 3, which introduced the franchise to mainstream success. But before that, the series had been anchored on two fiddly, grainy RPGs developed by Interplay. So yeah, basically, originally Interplay wanted to do Fallout Online, but Bethesda made them sign a deal that said you have to have so much funding by X date or you lose all the rights, and they didn't. So fans have basically made an online version of Fallout 2, and there was a beta version or demo version of Fallout 3 that Interplay was working on. So I don't know if this F Online 3 is actually Fallout 3 Online or Fallout 2, the third version. I don't know. But there's websites and forums you can download and play it now, which I'm probably going to do. I saw some people streaming it, multiplayer online, but that's you really got to be into the original stuff to play it because it's
Yeah.
It's made for an older system. I mean, like whoop. We find a screenshot. Like oh yeah, the reloaded one. Oh boy. Come on. I'm just trying to pull it up. This is, I guess, a mod for it, which is funny because it's a fan-made thing. But and I just pull the fucking image up. That's all I'm trying to do. Nope. Nope.
Nope. Nah.
Nah, son.
Nah, son.
Scrub through a video, I guess. Yeah.
Rub-a-dub.
It's not quite text-based. There is video, but I mean, that's how big your characters are.
Wow.
And you got to read at the bottom to know what the hell's actually going on. And hey, whoop, zoom enhance. There's Ian. Ian.
Nice. Yeah, I was asking about that before.
Yeah, you're a companion.
Companion.
Yeah, you run around shooting people for me and carrying my stuff.
Yeah, like I said, one day I'll maybe try to get on there and we could meet up and touch tips
Whoa.
digitally.
Docking.
What? Actually, you're a girl on there, so
Well, in 76 and 4, yeah. Because
yeah.
when I go into third person, I don't want to see some dude. Hey, how's it going?
Dude ass.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, that's my last story.
Yeah. So I guess that's it then. What do you think about the this setup now? Is it? I mean, this is the better way to go for us. It's just it was a lot more complicated than I thought. I mean, you don't really have to do anything. You just have to get on Discord there. So
Yeah. And I get on Discord and screen share just like I was doing on Hangouts and screen share.
yeah, it's just as easy for you, but
it's for now until you dog sit, and then I gotta
yeah,
get
have fun when I dog sit.
I gotta get an idiot proof system. See what I gotta do is get a turnkey set up where I just get in, turn the key, mash a button, and go, then shut it off.
Well, it was actually a lot easier this time because I literally just had to press start streaming on the OBS because I did the reusable YouTube key because you have an option for a new key or a reusable one, and that one worked. They do warn you though that when you do that, then if anybody was able to get on your account, then they could stream or whatever.
You said it got
On your
easier
shit.
this time, and then my shit froze. It was easier this time because
Did it really do that?
yeah, I checked. It didn't say I was overheating. So, I mean, hell, it went through the whole night with really not doing that. So,
yeah. But no, I mean, like, at least YouTube and OBS communicating, it was
yeah.
easier. Because I
And if
remember
we
you
get
said Ben was trying that shit, and he was like, he couldn't get the key to work at all or whatever.
What?
When you
Oh, the
guys,
stream?
didn't you guys try to do a Minecraft and chill with this setup?
I don't remember.
Or was that you that was doing that?
Might have been me, but I mean, my internet was garbage back then.
Yeah, I forget, what were you doing before you got those power lines?
I don't know. I think I used them way back with my Mac. I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyway,
But yeah. Well, have a good night, Frank. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for everybody listening. I hope you get to have some fun gaming and stuff tonight. So
I'm gonna try.
go let your
Yeah,
dog
might
take a
just
crap.
Yeah, I really ought to let them do that.
Yeah. But okay.
Bye.
Bye bye.